Hey friends, it's Shane from HowToWrench.com, and in today's video I really want to pass on some tips if you're working on other people's motorcycles. We just got in this really cool rare CBR 400RR, and I mean, this thing's awesome, and from a distance, I mean, it looks fantastic. Hey friends, stay tuned to the end of this video or find the time track below, because I'm going to have an extra bonus tip that you're really going to like. Check it out. And I feel great about this customer and don't feel like there'd be any problems. But one of the things I just do out of muscle memory, if you will, is I grab my camera just like this and I go over the bike and just kind of document its condition. And the reason I thought this was a good bike to do this video on is the rarity of it and how it would not be easy to get a panel if you scratched it, or if someone found blame that you scratched it. And as motorcycle dealers and service shops, that is a big struggle, where sometimes the customer, as good as they are, just absolutely feels that that mark wasn't there, that damage wasn't there, and then you're really stuck in a position where you go, gosh, you know, I didn't do this, but am I going to lose this customer and have all this bad, you know, reputation and bad mouthing spread through medias and so on. So this is really how I avoid that, is I get a full side shot of the vehicle and then I take a photo. And I do this around all four sides so that I have just like a backed up shot where the whole bike is in there. I'm actually doing this as we speak. And then I would do the same thing over here. And then obviously the front. And these are other tips that I talked about in other videos, especially like wiring and connectors and, you know, major disassembly. Always make sure that you take a picture, you know, from far back. When I was a trainer at Suzuki for the OEM, that was one of the things we really struggled with, is we'd have technicians and we'd want them to send pictures in for like warranty or different things. And we'd get these photos that were like right here, you know, right up on it, and we really want to have some control in how we can zoom in and look at that. So if you work for a dealer, it's probably no surprise that you've had, like I said, an OEM tech line or something say, hey, you know, get us a whole picture and then get your close-ups. The more detail, the more time that you take to collect that, you know, the better off. In this case, what we're trying to do is we're trying to eliminate any potential problem where the customer may feel that we did cause damage. So the next thing, now that I have those pictures, I could still kind of go along and really look the bike over and start to point out, you know, just a couple of the minor flaws. There's kind of some weird texture on the triple tree here, like a coating. There was a real small scratch that I pointed out. It's even hard to see on camera here. Just a real fine one that I pointed out when the customer dropped it off. And that's another thing too, try as much as possible to go over the stuff with the customer. But I'm telling you, documentation is key. I ran into a deal years ago when I was early on where a fella unfortunately just tried to take advantage of us being a new shop and young, and you know, gave us the fear tactic of how they were going to spread our name all over town. And it really turned out that his brother stepped up and was like, hey, my brother's a crook, this is crazy, you know, don't do it. But so at that point, you know, back in the 90s, I thought, I'm just going to document. So I could see a couple little minor sticker flaws right there. There was, I think, a little bit of cowling, you know, marked there. The magneto looks like it's actually been touched up and painted there as well. And then just like I said, going over the bike, you know, just some small little scratches in the windscreen. You want to check out everything. I'm kind of going fast with you right now because I've already done it. Here's another thing to point out, a little crack. Let's kind of zoom in there, a little crack in the fairing. And, you know, just really give it that whole once over. You can see some discoloration, you know, so on and so on and so on. And what I have found from doing this is that customers love it. They love that you're taking the time to really appreciate their machine, and then to have such caution that I just don't find customers coming back and going, oh no, I really think you caused that. And You know, the thought here is that what we want to do is not only protect ourselves, but we want to promote, you know, quality and craftsmanship, and that we care about their vehicle, that it's in our hands, and that our goal is to get it back to the condition they desire it, and put our best foot forward. So I just thought I'd take the time for this way cool machine. I want to give a shout out to Patrick for trusting How to Wrench to bring this back to life and to get it serviced. And we're going to go ahead and get back to work. But I thought that anybody that's turning wrenches, you know, for other people, whether new or old, would find this to be a really good tip, and it's for you. So if you haven't done so yet, like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff, and we'll talk to you again soon. Hey, what are you doing? Have you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell? You're going to be missing out on videos and free prizes and raffles we have coming up. Hey, you stayed to the end of the video. So glad you're here. We'll see how fast I can whip that tank off. Voila. Question is, and why I asked you to stay to the end of this video, is what I do with it. What I do with the pieces I took off. Let me show you what I did with it. I've got a really cool longer video coming out about it, but check these out. These are baker's racks. I found this thing off Facebook or Marketplace or whatnot for 40 or 50 bucks. Bought a couple of them. Bought a metal version of it and bought this one. But what a great way to store your parts and keep them off the ground. You can see I put the tank on the bottom so that no gas would, in case it's leaking, gives me a chance to monitor as well. And then I've got all these, you know, baker trays, if you will. You can see I got the seat and the hardware. I've got little buckets for left and right side. So as I took it apart, I was immediately putting the fasteners in the in the little pan there, and then transfer them up here. Everything stays really nice and organized. No loose parts, and the big advantage is so that I don't have any damage. I've got that out of the way, and I can just go about my work. So, all right, my friends, if you haven't done so yet, please like, subscribe, and share these videos. They're just full of content to help you as a technician, or even to do it yourself, or to work on your bikes with some craftsmanship and some efficiency as well. So, as always, my friends, make it a great day and keep wrenching.